Gutter trash.
You're all fucking dead. I will kill
all of you the moment this hits zero.
Oh my god!
Well done, cream.
So, here's the thing. I really wanted to release a video on the Sonic Racing Crossworlds beta, however, real life got in the way, and now it's been a little too long to release my impressions on a beta when the full game is releasing in
1 week and 2 days.
So let me just, I'm just gonna, just quickly get rid of this, and this bit, and aha! There we go. Sonic R has seen a bit of a resurgence in the last few years. There used to be this consensus on early YouTube that this game is one of Sonic's worst. It was one of the first fully 3D Sonic games, so there was this expectation for its quality. The only problem is that this wasn't made by Sonic Team, but Traveler's Tales. TT Games, yeah, the Lego guys. And in only 9 months. But recently, I've seen a lot more positivity around the game's existence, which makes me happy, as this game is a very dated, yet enjoyable racing experience that has gone on to influence the newest release in a few ways. So before we get Crossworlds in our hands, I want to take some time to look at and appreciate what Sonic R achieved, and why you should maybe give it a try. So, let's get started. For transparency's sake, I played 2 versions of Sonic R for this video, the PS2 Sonic Gems Collection release and the PC release, with some enhancements including full widescreen and more accurate Sega Saturn colours. Anything gameplay related I did not want to touch. I'm going to leave a link in the description to Blaze Hedgehog's The Definitive Way to Play Sonic R, which goes over the installation process to get the game looking the way it does here if you're interested. Alright, so the actual game now. Let's jump into a race with Sonic and see how it feels.
Ready, set, go!
It feels kinda bad. In fact, this might be the worst controlling Sonic in 3D. It is impossible to feel precise. Hell, even go straight without micro adjustments needing to be made. A straight trail of rings should be easy to run through, but they're usually not. And my god, the turning. None of the characters have good turning, and if it's a tight turn, you better have planned that shit 2 weeks in advance, and even then, you're still hitting the wall. This sounds like one of the things you should not be fucking up in your racing game. And yeah, it really shouldn't be this bad. It doesn't feel like I have much control over Sonic at all, so the game sucks, right? This is where, in order to enjoy Sonic R, you need to change how you look at Sonic. Sonic is not a character in this game, he's a car. Instead of him running, it's more like tilting forward on the stick is your foot on the accelerator and you're steering Sonic from direction to direction, using the shoulder buttons to steer further. With this mentality change, he still kinda sucks to control, but it becomes more understandable. Hitting walls is inevitable, you can't avoid that sometimes. But, if you use that to your advantage, you can still use it to set your character up to take turns easier, using the bounce back. Is this good? No. No, not really. It's still very difficult to be precise like this, and these characters who are on foot shouldn't be controlling like cars anyway. So, where's the appeal? Why do I and so many people like this game? Well, once again, you need to take what's being given to you and make something more fun out of it. The tracks contain 2 types of collectibles. There are these Sonic medals, 5 in each stage, where collecting them and finishing in the top 3 will give you a chance to race an unlockable character. And Chaos Emeralds. Collecting all 7 across the game and coming in first will unlock the final track, Radiant Emerald, and Super Sonic as a playable character. The key to enjoying Sonic R for me are these collectibles. My goal whenever entering a race isn't just beating everyone, that's too easy and boring. but trying to collect as much as possible while still finishing in the top 3 to claim my rewards. Playing the game this way forces you to approach races differently, making mental notes of ring gates or other hard to reach platforms on one lap, and then making an attempt for them on the next, or trying to gun for everything on one lap and then playing catch up for the next 2. Familiarizing yourself with the track over its free laps or multiple playthroughs rewards you with shortcuts, collectibles, and, as a result, characters. The tracks really are the main characters of this game for me, the theming being super unique across all of them too. And in later releases, they even had time of day and weather changes, which makes each revisit feel a little more unique. Sonic R isn't like any other racing game to me, because the focus isn't on racing others. It's on grabbing these collectibles and the challenge to then use what you've learned to catch up to the CPUs and to make it in first, in spite of the shitty controls. If that doesn't sound fun to you, you know what? I get it. I totally get it. It's pretty much making the best out of a bad situation, but for me, this makes the game way more engaging, as I'm approaching each lap differently, taking different routes in order to grab everything instead of just the fastest route 3 times and I win. I think even Sonic Team recognizes having hard to reach collectibles is a fun way to break up the monotony of racing against CPUs, as Crossworlds has collectible red rings on the stage, and again, this is a fun side activity to do while focusing on driving well. We wouldn't have that without Sonic R, so that's an actually good positive with no buts or ifs included. Good job, Sonic R. I won't get to say that a lot, so I'm going to enjoy saying it here. Sonic R has the cast you would expect from this early in the series. Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, and Eggman, with 4 unlockable characters from the medals being Tails, Doll, Egg, Robo, Metal Knuckles, and My Son. It's pretty fun how TT Games was able to incorporate character-specific moves into their Sonic R counterparts, like Tails' Fly or Sonic Spin Dash. However, these characters are not balanced at all. Amy is pitiful, and Super Sonic is so unbelievably broken, you better bet your ass you aren't racing a CPU of him. He's straight up unfair. Metal Sonic is my go-to, as he's able to traverse water for a short period of time instead of sinking immediately and losing speed. That's my goat right there. I also love how these characters look. This early Sega Saturn 3D look where they tried to communicate detail with so little is pretty charming nowadays. Only 5 tracks though. That's disappointing no matter how detailed they are. Meaning that even if you go for everything like what I did, this game is mega short. I beat it in an hour, and that's with Egg Robo destroying my ass whenever I tried to do 2 emeralds on Regal Ruin, you prick! You fucking arsehole. No, no, no! I swear to God, please fuck, no, no! Piece of shit. I struggled to find the price of this game when it came out in 1996, but if this game was full price, I fail to see how it's making up that value. Something Mario Kart World joke here. There are a few throwaway modes like a balloon hunt, mirror mode, and a tag mode, which is so unfun because of the precision issue, but that's really the whole game. As a smaller part of Sonic Gems collection, which mainly everyone bought for Sonic CD, it's fine, but it doesn't hold value as a game on its own in my opinion. What does hold its value, and has continued to after all of these years, is the soundtrack. This was something even as a kid I never understood the opinion on. There used to be this narrative that the music sucked, and even as a child who just parroted whatever popular YouTubers' opinions were, this was something I never got.
What was going on over there at Sonic Team headquarters when this mistake happened?
This soundtrack is small, just 9 tracks and 5 instrumentals, but none of them are bad. I love all of them. You can tell it was made by British devs with a heavy focus on European pop music alongside small house, jazz, and electronic influences. Richard Jacques and Teresa Jane Davis, the lead singer, created a backing to this game which infects the whole experience with this incredibly enjoyable vibe. Even if you're struggling with the shitty controls or missing a collectible, every song is there to help lift your spirits and gives the whole game this feeling of whimsy and fun. Sonic as a series had only been around for 5 years at this point, yet this game's soundtrack sounds like a celebration of the series. A victory lap, if you will, as it closes out the classic era and enters its edgier extreme sports phase. And that's Sonic R, a really short, barely enjoyable video game. So why do I and so many others seem to love it? It's hard to say. It was really difficult sitting down and writing this. It's walking the thinnest tightrope of incredible music, self-imposed challenge, and at any moment will fall into the pit of dogshit controls and slightly more content than launch day Street Fighter V. But the collectible hunt in these detailed environments while racing against the CPU makes this a surprisingly fun time, complemented by its charming early 3D visuals and a stellar soundtrack. For me, it's a game I love to replay, start a new save, collect everything, and come away from the experience satisfied. Is it a good game? No, not really. Has it aged well? Again, no, it really didn't. But do I love it regardless? Yeah, I guess I kinda do. Alongside the PC release, I want to link a fan project made in Roblox called Sonic R-echarged, Sonic Recharged, by Rosy Blossoming Group. A recreation of Sonic R made in Roblox with new stages, collectibles, and characters. Keeps the slippery controls too, allowing you to race others online. If you try out the PC or Gems collection versions and enjoyed the style and vibe, but couldn't get past the controls, this might be a better solution for you. It's really that great of a project. So that's it. Sonic R is the definition of make the best out of a bad situation. And when treated that way, I enjoy myself quite a lot. I will try and make some more smaller videos like this in the future since this took way less time than the big ones. Expect me to talk about Sonic Racing Crossworlds when it releases because this blue rat has a hold over me and hasn't let go in 20 years. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.